Good day everybody, hope you're well. Welcome to another video and welcome back to a random bloke that likes to work on cars in his driveway. Today we're going to be working on my beloved 180SX. So she's under the cover here, so we're going to pull the cover off and get her out. It's a beautiful day today. Patrol behind it that is dead as a doornail, still got broken axles, so that's sitting there as a garden ornament for now. The beautiful VL here, the 31's in the garage, and we're going to pull this 180 out. So first of all, let's take the cover off her. Got half an AU interior just kicking it on the floor here. Let's get her out. Hello, gorgeous. Beautiful day to let the paint shine. Let the colour shine. There she is. It's Mark 180SX's 180SX. The car that made me name my channel, because I've had this car for nearly a decade. Nearly coming on to 10 years. About 9.5 years I've owned this car, so it's my first car. Very sentimental to me, hence why I named the channel what I named it. It hasn't been on the channel for a long time. Last thing we did was, I think, change the turbo on it, and it still had the stockies on it. So now we got the meshes on it. Here she is. Looks beautiful. So let's get this cover off it and get into what we're doing in today's video. All right, so now that I have the cover off, let's have a quick walk around. For all of you that don't know, this is my 1990 Nissan 180SX Turbo. It's got a forged SR20 in it that I had put together when I was about 17. I bought the car when I was 16, had it nearly 10 years now. And right now it's running about 179 kilowatts because it's all pretty much stock standard, everything else, because I was driving this car in my P's. And me and my dad restored it when I got it in 2012. Finished it in about 2014 and repainted it. It is a factory TH1 blue car. So yeah, factory TH1 blue. You can see by the door jambs, because we haven't painted the door jambs, they're completely original. And a factory sunroof car too. Got the pop-up sunroof. Like so. Bloody warm in here, so I'll put the windows down. And the car was a factory CA18 auto turbo. And we put an SR20 in it. I brought another SR20 Sylvia for 500 bucks back in the day. And we built the engine. A buddy of mine, Tony, built this motor. So I told him to put all the goodies in it. That way when I turboed it down the road or boosted it a bit higher, we could have some reliable power and setup in this. So the reason we're working on the 180 today is we have sponsor of today's episode, and they have sent me an awesome product which I want to whack on this car. So today we are sponsored by Cubespeed shifters, and they sent me a nice little supply package and a short shifter for the 180 that we're going to be installing. So they're kind enough to send me this. So we're going to open up. They sent me a t-shirt too, so I'm going to whack that on, open this up, and we're going to install it in the vehicle. So I got my shirt on, looks bloody magnificent. And I wasn't going to film me changing shirts because you need to jump onto my OnlyFans for that one, so don't be cheeky. So now I'm going to open up our box and see what's inside. Now, I've never installed a short shifter in my life, so this is going to be the first time I've ever done it. Packaged quite nicely. Here we have our rubber boot, all our stuff and things, more stuff and things, all lovely and neatly packaged. Our bushes and stuff. There's a lot to go through, so I'm going to open it all up and show you everything when it's open. Well guys, I just finished unpacking everything and I got everything laid out, and I've got to say, I am genuinely impressed with the finish of these products. Oh my God, this billet machining is fantastic. Awesome. So good. So I've never installed a short shifter in my life, so I'm definitely going to be using these instructions that they give you. I'm going to be going through and showing us what to do. Fantastic. I'm going to start assembling the old shifter of the car. Hopefully I can get the circlip out, because I haven't got circlip pliers, but last time I did, so it should be okay. And yeah, so let's get ready for installation. I'm excited for this one. Looks sick. And they also added in their Cubespeed shifter knob as well. So that's awesome. So I'm bloody keen to put this in. Woohoo! Alright, so what I quickly done off camera was just unbolt the console, unbolt the shifter surround, take the other mechanism out. It's pretty easy. I've got the two snap rings up there and the old mechanism out here with the bush and the washer out. So we don't need that anymore. Coming to the Cubespeed stuff, so what I did was I just installed a little bush on the end. They reckon to put some grease on it, so I'm going to put some wheel bearing grease in there, just pack it. This makes it a bit easier for installation and wear. Took 4 bolts out of the top of the shifter. These 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, which are these, and it replaces it with these Allen head bolts. So now what we got to do is grease up this bush. We need to grab this spacer ring here, put that in, that bush sits on top of that, and then we install our shifter and pretty much just keep following the instructions. The instructions are very clear, which is amazing. Also, I forgot to mention, guys, Cubespeed is an Australian company, so definitely support them, because there's no one worth supporting more than a homemade company. So keep following the instructions and I'll show you when we put it all in the car. So reading the instructions, first of all, there's our spacer ring, so that goes in there, and this just drops in at the top, like so. And then we've got to put this in, so I think, yeah, so we're going to put it in this way. We'll line up the bush. So sometimes it is a pain to get that pivot to line up. Just take our time. It is a new bush too, so sometimes it takes some persuading. There we go. And that's in. Now I'm just gonna put those Allen head bolts in too and continue. All right, so now that we've done that, we're gonna get these little banana clips, making sure that the body of it's facing downwards, and then they snap into the side collar of this little groove inside the shifter housing there. Get the other one. I get them like that. So we've got these little Allen nuts here, and then they're gonna bolt on this plate to those little banana brackets. And you gotta pre-install these little 4 grub screws, and then we install that plate. Now when you're installing this plate, you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little holes next to these bolt holes here, but then there's one that's got none. So the one with no bolt holes you want facing to the bottom left when you put it on. I'm not sure why yet, but there's obviously a reason behind it. This thing is made beautifully. I'm not gonna lie guys, just machined really well. Everything fits beautifully, quality stuff. All right, so I've got all that dummied up in there, that all rotates. Now I'm just gonna double check over the instructions, make sure I haven't left anything out, and then we're gonna continue. All right guys, so what I've done now is just tighten these 4 main bolts and then tighten the grub screw, because the grub screws hold this plate from rotating, and then you tighten this and this gets the preload. Also what I've done is just these 2 bits are separate, so I've just tightened them together, and you just got to use thread locker in here, and this will screw onto here. And I've got the adapter for our shift knob, which will screw on the top like so. So now what I'm going to do is screw this on, and we're just going to check our preload, make sure there's no play up and down. So screw all that to the locking nut, and there's no play. Beautiful. Now we'll test it too, so I put it in gear first. Oh, it feels so good. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Wow, nice and solid, nice and tight. Oh, it feels great. All right, cool. So I'm gonna undo that now, and then we're gonna install our top cover, the billet cover, and then we're going to put our bush on and the shifter lever and then the knob, and then we're done. All right guys, the next thing we're gonna do is install our top plate now that we've checked the preload. Pretty much the reason why we had to make sure there was no bolt holes on this side is this is where the Cube logo goes, so that sits on top like that. And then we have our beautiful Allen screws that will sit in there, and they're recessed too, so they'll sit nice and flush. And then we'll do all them up, and then after that we're gonna put our bush or our rubber boot in, and then Bob's your auntie. All right, now that we've done that, I'm gonna take this nut off, and it looks amazing with the billet plate around it. I don't know how well you can see it because the sun is glaring off it. Now I'm gonna put a rubber boot on. Good thing about this is you don't need circlips or anything, so I can keep them for spare gearboxes or whatever. There we go. And once it's on locking nut, it's for the shifter. Oh, that's amazing. Well guys, I think the hardest part of this whole installation is having to put the factory boot over that beautiful, marvelous billet creation, but it's all in there. It's nice and solid. It's looking awesome too. So far, I gotta say, it's a fantastic product. I love it. So I think what we're gonna do now is take it for a test drive so we can see how it feels on the road. One thing I haven't installed, they give you these return springs that you got to put in the side of the gearbox. I haven't had time to do it today, so I'll probably do it soon. Gives you these new bolts in the side as well, and these just go in the side of the on each side of the shifter, and you got different grade springs as well. So you got hard. All this does is help with the return to center. So I'll probably install those at a later date, but so far this product has been fantastic. So if you do want to get one of these guys, I'll put a link in the description, and if you want a discount, they're doing a code currently, which is my name, so Mark180SX, and then 10 at the end. I'll put it on the screen, use that code and you'll get a discount, and I'll put a link to this product and any other short shifters you want from their website. Support brands that support the channel, and also support Australian made products as well, because they are quality stuff. So I'm just going to clean up my mess around here, and then we'll go for a drive. All right, now that we've cleared most of the crap away, let's give her a cold start on my very, very, very stock exhaust. Needs to be louder. All right, let it warm up for about a couple minutes now. I'll give you a dose. T28 ball bearing loves it. I think we take it for a spin now. feels amazing already. Don't worry about my speedo, the needle's fucked. It works sometimes and then sometimes it doesn't. It feels grouse. It feels so good, it shifts so nice. Oh, it's so good. I can't wait to thrash through the hills with this thing now. Love it. Fuck yeah. So good. This has got to be satisfying to smash around the hills with. Alright, well I'll see you guys back at the house. Maybe next time we go for a hill run I'll put the GoPro on. Oh, this feels so good. You guys have to get one of these. Changes the whole car. It's the little things guys. Well, how good's that? Just a little short shift to put it on and makes the car feel a world of a difference. So I'm very, very keen. I'm excited. Can't wait to go through the hills. I did say in the title of this video, I'm coming out of hibernation, but I do drive it all the time, but I just never film with it. So I've got to get on the channel more. It is my channel name, so I definitely got to have it on the channel more. I love the color. Color in the light looks awesome. Well guys, I think I'm gonna leave it here for this video. There's not really much else to do on this car. I'm gonna leave it here, but you'll definitely see more of it. I need some more mods and that done to this thing, and yeah, just stay tuned. But thanks everyone for watching, and a huge thank you to Cubespeed for sending me out that shifter. Stellar product guys. Absolutely love what you guys are doing and what you're all about. So thank you very much. And we'll see you on the next video. See you later guys.